He said we did a skit, and he said it wasn't bad, and he said that was a compliment.
Yeah, it is a compliment because a guy like Seinfeld, I don't know Jerry well, but I've known him enough over the years where he's uncomfortably honest. Like he can't pretend he likes you if he doesn't like you. So I think the fact if Seinfeld doesn't spit on you, you're hitting a home run with Seinfeld.
That's nice. Very nice. You're not big on sports talk radio, though, right?
I've made fun of it in the past.
Yeah.
Good sports talk radio I like. But, Mike Francesa, how do you not like Mad Dog? Francesa irritates me, but Mad Dog I like. You I now like. I have to say that because I'm here, but I do like you. But you're a good broadcaster.
Will you stab me in the back after you leave?
Never. Unless you bash me, then I would.
Oh. Okay. I promise not to bash you.
And I'll never stab you in the back.
All right, I appreciate
I would
that.
like us to be friends for a long time.
But why is it you don't like sports talk radio?
Because I found that so many of the callers were irritating and they're calling up making the same awful point. When we got kicked off the radio on Opie and Anthony, I couldn't listen to comedic stuff. So I was literally riding around just looking at prostitutes every night, listening to Joe Beningo on The Fan. And I love Joe Beningo because he's a real sports guy. The Jets! He just can't contain how much he hates them when they lose.
What turned you on more? Listening to Joe or driving around looking
at the Jets lost, Joe did. If the Jets won, it was the young lady, let's pretend, on the corner. And I just, some of the same callers make the same points over and over, and it just got to be awful. And the sound bites, a lot of times the athletes, the sound bites they give are just banal. And so what do you think? Yeah, I got to take it one game at a time, and, we just got to look for the next game and not look beyond. Oh, shut up. Tell me how you really felt about that game. The field goal kicker missed the kick. Talk about how angry you are at the kicker. Don't say it's a team effort. And they're just saying the same things over and over again. Drives me crazy.
If you did a sports show,
yeah,
who would you want on? Because you've had athletes on.
Yeah, Mike Tyson would be the first guest because I've interviewed him before. He's the most forthcoming, the most fun. He'll talk about anything. I love MMA guys. That's my favorite sport now. Is MMA and UFC. Any of those guys I like. They're like the guy you described before from the Steelers. They're quiet, soft-spoken, but they're psychopaths. So those guys I always like talking to.
I had a little awkward moment with Chuck Liddell.
Oh, I love Chuck. What was the awkward moment?
I made fun of his commercial where his belly, like he was. Remember, he's got like pulling cards. It's a battery.
Yes.
So I said Chuck Liddell's a bad guy.
Yes.
So I'm just sort of saying he didn't look like that. Typical guy who's cut with the abs and the whole bit. I think he basically said, if I see you, I will kill you, is what he was saying when we these guys tracked him down and then had Chuck on. He says, I hear you're saying some bad things about me. Could Chuck kill me in 10 seconds?
Yeah, I think so. I think if he not kill you in 10 seconds, he could do it and have 8 seconds left over to relax. Liddell is the guy. We were talking one time. I had dinner with him recently, and we were talking about fighting. And he never fights in public. And he said, if I hit a guy in a bar, I'm actually disappointed if they don't have to take him to the hospital. Like, that's the way he looks at fighting. He doesn't look at it like, am I going to win or lose? He looks at it like, how hurt is this guy going to be the first time I hit him? And it's not the thing to say to a guy like Liddell, like, wow, you fight pretty good for a fat man.
Yeah.
Like Tommy Lee Jones when he was playing Cobb, Babe Ruth. You have anything I say about Babe Ruth? Ran pretty good for a fat man. So I think that a guy like Liddell, his stomach is tough, though. It's not fat. It's one of those weird abs, probably from doing a lot of weight in the abs, where the stomach comes out.
It's one big ab.
It's just a solid rock. But yeah, you're right. It doesn't look cut. But
do you do impersonations?
I do not.
Most comedians do, though, don't they?
Some do. I don't have the talent to, and I know I don't. Why? Which impersonations were you told I do? I do Quincy, but nobody wants to hear Quincy. I only do one word. Murder. That's my Quincy. I mean, that's usually one that brings the house down.
You're killing it. There's a lot of people going, man, I'd like to have a nice Jack Klugman impersonation.
Nobody does Jack Klugman anymore. Sam and Detective Monahan I'm still working on, but my Quincy is spot on.
You have cornered the market on that.
I certainly have. No one else does it.
He's Jim Norton. He's got a special and premieres tonight at 10 Eastern on Epix. It's contextually inadequate. From the Somerville Theater in Boston, premieres tonight at 10 Eastern. Great to see you.
Thank you very much,
Thanks
man.
for stopping by.
I appreciate it.
He's Jim Norton.